Hi sweet yogi friends! Thanks so much for watching this video. It's going to be a 40-minute sort of power flow vinyasa like you're used to with me. So we're going to get started here in child's pose. So knees either together or apart, starting with your arms out in front of you. Begin to find your way to your breath. Long inhalations through the nose. Long exhalations through the nose. Begin to find your way to this place, wherever you are, wherever you're on your mat. And with each exhalation, let go of everything that you no longer need. Let go of all of your tension, your stress, your distractions. And give yourself the next 40 minutes that are completely and solely dedicated to you, your body, and your healing. Inhaling all the way to the bottoms of the feet. Exhaling, letting go of tension and stress. Feel the rise of your ribs, the fall of your ribs. Feel where the palms of your hands are heavy on the mat. Your hips heavy on your heels. Maybe begin to rock the head side to side, giving yourself a little massage in the forehead, encouraging that release. Inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhalation, make your way up to a tabletop pose. Shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees, and begin moving through some cat-cow stretches. So as you inhale, you're going to let your belly fall, your face and your tailbone rise. Exhale, round out the spine, curl the tailbone and chin towards each other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rounding out. And after you've done this a few times, finding some openness in the spine and in the shoulder blades. If you want to start making circles here to the right and to the left through the shoulders and the hips, do so. Maybe if you've got stiffness in your neck, sort of rock the neck side to side. It's good to just close the eyes and let the body move itself, not worrying so much about what you must look like, but instead just feeling where the body needs to move and begin to open up. And before we get started, you're going to come back to a neutral tabletop pose and open up your wrists. So start with the right hand, flip the hand over, fingers are going to point back towards you. Just take a moment here. Vinyasa yogis struggle a lot with wrist stiffness sometimes. So fan your fingers up like you're holding a little piece of coal, and then release. And then roll your fingers in and release. And then flip your palm over, take a little hitchhiker's thumb, and then fingers come back towards you. Open up through the front of the wrist and maybe bend the elbow just slightly. Never going past that point, that edge. No injuries. Now come right back to center, shake out that wrist. Let's do the other side. Look the left hand over, fingers pointed back towards you. Fingers spread nice and wide. Maybe fan the fingers up. Hold and release. Do this another time. And release. Hitchhiker's thumb out to the side. Shake it out. Fingers come back towards you. Open through the front of the wrist. Again, maybe bending the elbow, maybe not. Find that nice openness there. Inhaling and exhaling all the while. Now come right back to your center tabletop pose. Big inhale, curl the toes under. As you exhale, slowly unfold into downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Press your chest towards your thighs. Soften out the elbows, spread the fingers wide. Feel your hands firmly planted on the mat. Begin taking your dog for a walk, lengthening one leg at a time. Feeling that extension of your heel moving down towards the mat. Every inhale, reaching your tailbone up towards the sky. Every exhale, pressing your chest a little back. Little more back towards your thighs. Feel that nice deep stretch in the shoulders. Sticking with your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Now on your next inhalation, back at your center down dog, you're going to float the right leg up for down dog split. Reaching through the heel. Now try and keep your hips nice and even. Instead of rolling the hip open, keep it nice and even here. Reach through the heel and spread the toes wide. Breathing deeply, big inhale. As you exhale, shift forward, high plank with right leg still lifted, and hold. Squeeze your core nice and tight. Hold it there. Inhale, exhale. Chaturanga into upward facing dog. Lower both feet down. Open up your heart center. Slide the shoulder blades down the back and breathe. Hips are lifted, knees can be down or up. Big inhale. Exhale, lift your gaze over to the right side. Finding a little twist here. Inhale back to center and exhale left side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, chaturanga and downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Find your breath. Press your chest back towards your thighs. Nice long spine. Maybe once more taking a little walk with your dog. Shaking the head yes and no if there's any tension there. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Coming right back. Inhale, lift through the left leg. Same thing. Try and keep your hips nice and even. No rolling up. Keep them nice and even here. Reach through your heel and spread your toes wide. Keep pressing your chest. They're back towards the thighs. Big inhale. Exhale, high plank. Shift it forward. Find that nice straight line. Find your core. Big inhale. Exhale, chaturanga and into upward facing dog. Hold it there once more. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. Nice long spine. Exhale. Beautiful. One more breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, back through chaturanga and downward facing dog. Nice long spine. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. As you inhale, you're going to lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward, and either hop or step up between your hands for forward fold. Now hold it here. Knees are soft so that you feel your ribs resting on your thighs. Take a nice inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, release the upper body. Just let the whole body release. Top of the head points down. Breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Awesome. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, walk your hands to the outside of left foot. Just giving yourself nice little extra extension in the left leg. Breathing deeply. Big inhale. Exhale all the way over to the other side, outside of the right foot. Sticking with your breath, reaching the tailbone up towards the sky. And then coming right back to center. As you inhale, lift into flat back. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Last one, inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. Now this time, one vertebra at a time. You're going to roll all the way up. Stacking vertebra on top of vertebra on top of vertebra. Arms are going to float way overhead. When those palms come together, take a gentle back bend. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. Find your breath. Plug your thumbs into your chest. And let's take a moment here to rediscover that breath. Big inhale, lift your heart center. Exhale, root your feet into the mat. Think about lifting your knees, lifting the quads. Tailbone points straight down, core is lifted. Shoulders moving down the back. Top of the head pointing straight up. Now shift your weight forward into the balls of your feet. And then back. And then side to side, just sort of exploring that center of gravity. Breathing deeply. And as you inhale, sweep your arms way up overhead. Exhale, hinge forward. Take a nose dive down all the way back to your forward bend. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. And exhale, plant your hands and hop or step back to your plank pose. And hold. Keep your heart center lifted. The shoulders shrugged away from the ears. Reaching through your heels. Nice, strong core. Strong breath. And we'll take Chaturanga Vinyasa. Keep your elbows in tight as you come through. Upward facing dog. Exhale, Chaturanga and downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward and hop or step, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Arms float way overhead. Nice big juicy back bend. As you exhale, sit back into your chair. Utkatasana. So go ahead and walk your feet together. Your ankles touching. Your inner thighs rolling towards each other. And try and keep those biceps there alongside your ears as best you can. Heart is open and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe sink another inch. Tuck the tailbone under slightly to let go of compression in the lower back. Breathing, inhale, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale to your plank, hop or step. Straight through your vinyasa. Once you're there, we'll meet in downward facing dog on the exhalation. breathing deeply. As you inhale, right leg is going to float up, down dog split. Hold it. Fan the toes open. Breathing. Always aware of what the shoulders and the elbows are doing. Big inhale. Exhale. Right knee comes to right elbow. And now either hold it right here or shift into your arm balance. Breathe. Find your core. Inhale and exhale. Right back to down dog split. Lift the right leg. Hold it. Inhale and exhale. Breathing. Inhale. As you exhale, right knee is going to come to left elbow. Cross under the body. Find your obliques. Hold it, and down dog split. Lift. Inhale. Exhale, step all the way through. Low runner's lunge. Find that 90-degree angle with your front leg. Maybe wiggle that left foot out behind you. Lift your heart center. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. And breathe. Open up the hip flexors. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Stick with your breath. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Big inhale. As you exhale, straighten your right leg any amount and hinge forward. Breathe into your hamstring. Allow that forehead to come down as close to your shin as is available without forcing. Breathing. Inhale and exhale. Sticking with your breath. Great job. Big inhale. As you exhale, return back into low runner's lunge. Now, rest your ribs there on your right thigh. And as you inhale, arms are going to float straight forward. Hold it. Move the shoulders away from the ears. Stick with your breath. Inhaling, elongating. Exhale, sinking into your pose. And on your next inhalation, crescent warrior. Exhale, sink into your pose. Stick with your breath. Maybe even lift your gaze here at a little more element of balance. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the hands down to the lower back. Interlace the fingers. Open up the heart center. Again, maybe lifting the gaze here. Stick with your breath. Breathe. Inhale. As you exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands. Step back to your plank. Hold it here. 3 full breaths. Count it out. Off after your 3rd breath. Chaturanga Vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Exhaling completely once we're there. Find your breath. Inhale and exhale. Shake out the neck. Soften the elbows. And on your next inhalation, lift the left leg. Down dog splits. Fanning the toes open, hips as even as you can be. Big inhale. As you exhale, left knee to left elbow. So same thing, either hold it here or shift into your arm balance. And breathe. Steady core. Hold it. And down dog split. Left leg comes all the way back up. Whew, and find your breath. Inhale. Exhale to the right elbow. Where are those obliques? Stick with it. Hold it. Hold it. And down dog split. Big inhale. Exhale. Low runner's lunge. Step all the way through. 90-degree angle with the front leg. Lift your heart center. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. Hold it. Breathe into those hamstrings. Whew. Inhale. And exhale. Open your hips just a bit more. Whew. Beautiful. Big inhale. As you exhale, straighten your left leg any amount. Hinging forward at your hips. Breathing deeply. Inhale and exhale. Nice long spine. Nice relaxed neck. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathe into that left hamstring. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, low runner's lunge once more. And then inhale. Arms are going to reach straight forward. Keep your ribs there on your thigh. And hold. Breathe. Reaching through your back heel. Sink into that lunge. And then inhale, crescent warrior. Exhale, sink into your pose. Inhaling and exhaling. Same thing, maybe lift your gaze. Spine is nice and long. Reaching through the back heel. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hands to the lower back. Lifting through the heart center, interlace the fingers, pull the shoulder blades away from the ears. Same thing, maybe lift your gaze. Breathing deeply. Inhale. As you exhale, hinge forward. Plant your hands, plank, vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog on the exhalation. Steady, controlled movements. Don't rush through it and make it sloppy. Every movement with purpose. Whew. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Big inhale. As you exhale, go ahead and lower your knees. Let's take a quick child's pose. Allow your hips to sink back. Forehead comes down. Now big inhale. As you exhale, walk your hands out another inch and then over to the left. Giving yourself a nice little opening there in the right rib cage. Inhaling and exhaling. Opening through the ribs. As you're breathing, if you find room to walk those fingers a little farther, do so. Challenge yourself. Explore your poses. And as you inhale, come right back to your center child's pose. And exhale, walk the hands out a little more and then off over to the right. And hold. Opening up the left rib cage. Breathing deeply. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe same thing, walking those fingers a little farther away. And then coming right back to center. Inhale back to your tabletop pose. Curl your toes under. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up and back. Lift your tailbone. Take your dog for a walk if you need to. And we'll get into our flow. So as you inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, and hop or step into forward fold. Hold it here for a minute. Allow your breath to recover. Maybe shake the head yes and no. Allow the upper body to completely release. And as you inhale, come halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms are going to float way overhead. Nice big juicy back bend. Exhale, sit down into your chair. Hold it for one breath. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Now, as you inhale, the right leg is going to float up behind you. We're moving into Ardha Chandrasana, open half moon. So, stack the right hip on top of the left. Left hand can stay down for now. Begin to roll the right arm open. Opening your body out totally to the right. And breathe. Eventually, you can lighten the load there in the left fingertips. Do so. Maybe that left hand will float all the way up. And breathe. Nice strong obliques. Nice strong core. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, lower that right foot down behind you, straight into Warrior Two. Virabhadrasana 2. Sink down into your pose. So, goal here is keep those hips square to the right. Left heel bisecting the arch of the right foot. Shoulders down away from the ears. Sink down into your pose. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little more. Stick with your breath. Breathing deeply. As you inhale, flip the left palm to face the sky and reach into reverse warrior. Sink down into your pose a little more. Right arm can either be down the right leg or hooked behind the back. And breathe. Inhale and exhale. Lift your heart. Lift your rib cage. Awesome. Now inhale. Come right back into your Warrior Two pose. As you exhale, straighten out the left leg. Begin shifting the body out to the left. Tuck your left hip under the right, and then rotate the arms out for triangle pose. Trikonasana. And breathe. Open up the chest. Nice long spine. Breathing deeply. If you want a little more openness in the right shoulder, then slide that right hand down the lower back. Maybe grabbing the left thigh, rolling up towards the sky just a bit more. Inhale and exhale. Your core supports the upper body. Breathing deeply. Beautiful. If that right arm is bound, lift it right back up. Inhale. Exhale. Right hand is going to come down. Pivot to face that left leg. Now step your right foot in just a bit into pyramid pose. So you're close enough in where both heels can be on the mat. This is going to work on left hamstring. So inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, hinge forward just a bit more. This is a really deep stretch for your left hamstring. Breathe, let the head relax. Let the upper body be long, the feet grounded. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. So now we're going to begin to bend the left knee. Right hand is going to come out there in front of the left foot. Float the right leg up. We're moving into revolved half moon. From here, the left arm is going to float open. And breathe. And same thing, maybe you lighten the load in those right fingertips and the right fingers begin to float up off of the mat. Stick with your breath. Wobbling is perfectly natural. Strong, strong core. Big inhale. As you exhale, left hand comes right back down. Now continue to lift the right leg into standing split. Lift the right leg as high as you can. Just allow the upper body to completely release. Nice long spine. Maybe walk those hands a little closer to your left foot. Breathe deeply. Gaze all the way behind you. Maybe all the way to that lifted foot. Maybe one day so high you can't see it. Big inhale. As you exhale, bend the left knee. Step the right foot to the back end of the mat. Low runner's lunge. We've been here before. Lift your heart center. Great job. Inhaling and exhaling. Now, right hand is going to stay down. As you inhale, left arm floats up for a twist. And breathe. Now, open your heart as high to the ceiling as is available. Open through the shoulders. Now, inhale. As you exhale, you're going to roll to the outside of your right foot and sweep the left leg up and back behind you for side plank. Now, you've got options here. You can hold just foot one on top of the other. You can place one in front of the other. If you need a little more stability here, go ahead and lower your right knee. Hold this right here. If you need a little more of a challenge, then lift up through that left foot, maybe eventually grabbing hold of the left toes. Wherever you are, you're breathing, and shaking is natural. Breathe. Inhale. As you exhale, come back into center plank. Let's take vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Exhaling completely. Stick with your breath. Whew. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Couple breaths here. Soften the shoulders. Soften the elbows. Open up the backs of the legs. Now as you inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward, and hop or step, forward fold. Hold it here for a minute. This time, go ahead and interlace your fingers at the lower back and reach your hands up and over your head. And breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe shake the head yes and no. Maybe straightening the legs just a bit more. Nice open shoulders. Now release your hands. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Nice big juicy back bend. Exhale to your chair. One breath. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Now this time, as you inhale, left leg floats up. Open half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So begin to roll the left hip open. Begin to roll the left arm open. Find your balance. And breathe. And same thing. Maybe you lighten the load in the right fingertips. Maybe eventually lifting that right hand. And breathe. Try and keep your hips nice and open. Woo. Inhaling and exhaling. Big inhale. As you exhale, bend the right knee. Step back into Warrior Two. Virabhadrasana 2. Sink down into your pose. Nice long spine. Nice open inner right thigh. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little more. Solid feet, solid heels. Long spine. And inhale, reverse warrior. Open up the heart center. Lengthen through your spine. Sink a little more. Breathing deeply. Keep your hips nice and even. Lighten the right toes. Inhaling, opening the rib cage. Exhaling, sinking a bit more. And as you inhale, come back through warrior two. And exhale, straighten out the right leg. Begin shifting into triangle pose. Tucking the right hip under. And then rotating the arms out. And breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Now, same thing if you want left hand to come down the lower back. Maybe it grabs the right thigh, giving you a little more openness there. Inhaling and exhaling. Sticking with your breath. 2 more breaths here. Try and keep your spine nice and straight and long. Your neck nice and long. There's not a lot of weight happening in the right hand. Beautiful. If left hand is bound, go ahead and lift back up as you inhale. And then exhale. Left hand comes down. Face over that right leg. Step your left foot in just a bit more for that pyramid pose. That nice juicy hamstring stretch. Big inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips. And breathe. Relax the neck. This is a great place to catch your breath. Great place to breathe into the hamstring. Inhale and exhale. Feel the earth under your feet. Feel your foundation. And then begin bending that right knee as you shift your weight forward. Move the left hand out there in front of the right foot. Float the left foot up. Hips are square to the ground. Now roll your right arm open. We're coming into revolved half moon. So again, same thing. Maybe you lighten the load in the left fingertips. And breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Solid core. Inhale and exhale. Right hand comes down. Lift the left leg into standing split. Allow the upper body to fall, to be relaxed. Lift that left leg as high as you can. And breathe. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. 1 more breath here. Inhale. As you exhale, bend the right knee, step the left foot to the back end of the mat for that low runner's lunge. Lifting the heart center, sliding the shoulder blades down the back, and breathe. Nice long spine. Now left hand stays down. As you inhale, right arm is going to float up for a nice twist. Open up your heart. Move the shoulders down the back. Feel the openness of the body, the openness in the hips. Big inhale. As you exhale, roll to the outside of left foot and find your modification for side plank, whatever is available. And breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Stick with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Center plank. Vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog on the exhalation. Exhaling completely. Beautiful. Press your chest back towards your thighs. Inhale and exhale. Nice long spine. Shake the head yes. Shake it no. So we're going to go through this flow 2 times on each side. So go ahead if you need to. Take a quick little child's pose. A drink of water, a towel off if it's warm where you are, like it is right here. We're going to go through it 2 times on either side, starting on the right hand side, and then we'll bring it down. Find your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Go ahead and return back into your downward facing dog whenever you're ready, once you've caught that breath. And let's get straight into it. As you inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend the knees, gaze forward, hop or step. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Nice big juicy back bend. Exhale to your chair. 1 breath. Inhale and fold. As you inhale, right leg up. Open half moon. Now follow your breath here. If I'm too fast or too slow, move at your own pace. Warrior 2 is next. Step it back on the exhalation. Sink down into your pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, come back through warrior 2 into triangle pose. Inhale. Exhale, pyramid pose. Step that back foot in just a bit. Hinge forward. Inhale. Exhale, revolved half moon. Open up the left arm. Inhale. Exhale, standing split. Lift the right leg as high as it'll go. Big inhale. Exhale, low runner's lunge. Beautiful. As you inhale, left arm is going to float up. And as you exhale, side plank, wherever your modification is. Inhale. Exhale, center plank, vinyasa, and downward facing dog. Exhaling completely once you're there. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, hopper step. Inhale, halfway up, and fold. And all the way up. Nice big juicy back bend. Exhale to your chair. Inhale, and fold. As you inhale, left leg up. Open half moon, follow your own breath. Exhale, warrior two. Step it back. Sink into your pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, back through warrior two and into triangle pose. Controlled movements, controlled breath. Inhale. Exhale, pyramid pose. Step that back foot in just a bit. Breathing. Inhale. Exhale, revolved half moon. Coming forward, float your back leg up. Open the right arm. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, standing split. Lifting your back leg as high as you can. Inhale. Exhale, low runner's lunge. Sticking with your breath. Try and make it graceful. As you inhale, the right arm floats up. Take a nice twist. And exhale, your side plank. Step it back, your modification. Inhale. Exhale, center plank, vinyasa, downward facing dog. Inhaling, exhaling. We've got one more round. So this time, I'm just going to follow my breath as you should do too. Stick with me. Inhale, lift the heels. And let's go through it. Both sides. Always sticking with your breath, your pace. Don't worry about anything going on around you. This is your time. And downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale, child's pose. Now this child's pose can be feet together with knees apart or together. Arms can be out in front of you or maybe down your sides. And breathe. Let your heart rate return back to normal. Let your breath be full. and controlled. Inhale and exhale. Stick with your breath. Now this flow that we just did, you can do as many times as you want, or as few times as you want. So make sure as you're moving through all those movements, you're following your breath, inhaling and exhaling. So let's return back to downward facing dog. We're gonna mix things up just a bit. Lift the hips up and back. Whew. Inhale with your heels. Exhale, bend the knees and hopper step. This time feet are gonna come to the outsides of the hands. All right, so we're gonna work on our crow pose, arm balance. So with the crow pose, it's all about weight distribution, as I'm sure you guys have already looked into. So hands are gonna be firmly planted. You've gotta be comfortable with chaturanga arms, all right? Now when I'm coming into this pose, I keep my hips nice and high. Some people it works better to start down here, and if that's you, by all means. For me, it works a little better to have my my hips nice and high, and I walk my feet a little closer together, all right? Always thinking about keeping my gaze forward. So I'm gonna tuck my triceps underneath my shins here, shifting my gaze forward. I'm squeezing my core always and squeezing my inner thighs. Then maybe 1 foot at a time. My feet float up. And breathe. Now you can stay right here and sort of practice this weight distribution back and forth on your crow. There is a way to take this into your tripod headstand, and I'll show you how that goes. You want to make sure that you're nice and comfortable being on your head. If you've got neck issues, please sit this one out. So you're going to come forward here into your crow, and then top of the head is going to come down to the mat, all right? So make sure that those elbows are parallel with one another, and you're not waiting. So if you want to try lifting one leg first and holding that, there's your core, and then lower that foot down, and then maybe try the second one, and breathe, and then maybe both feet eventually float. Core is strong. And then as far as executing or exit goes, try and come right back, control, ooh, back down into your crow pose. And breathe. Whew, good job. All right, so we're gonna open up those hips just a little bit before we bring it down to the mat. So everyone, when you're ready, if you need to, shake out your wrists after that one. Sometimes arm balances can be a little tough on the wrists. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Hips up and back. Inhaling and exhaling. As you inhale, right leg floats up. Exhale, right knee behind the right wrist. And let's take half pigeon pose. So that right shin as parallel to the front of the mat as it can be. Back leg is straight out behind you, toes uncurled. Nice long spine. Sit up nice and tall for a minute. Let those hips sort of relax. If you've got tight hips and you're floating up off the mat a little bit like me, that's totally fine. So as long as you're not experiencing any knee pain here. Inhale. As you exhale, fold forward. Hinging at your hips. And breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Finding a nice opening in the glutes. If your body can come all the way down, then let it. Inhale and exhale. We're going to begin to slow the breath down as we slow our practice down. And then slowly your hands are going to walk back up towards your body. You're going to curl the left toes under, lift through the left knee, and float right leg all the way back up to down dog split. This time, rolling the hip open, bending through the knee, and if it's available, with control, flip your dog. Opening up through the hips and the shoulders. Breathing. Inhale. Exhale, come right back around to downward facing dog. Both feet float down. Press your chest back towards the thighs. Now as you inhale, left leg floats up. And exhale, left knee behind the left wrist, coming forward, hips down, right leg out behind you, toes uncurled. Lengthen through the spine. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward any amount. Whatever is available. If you're here and this is an awesome stretch, hold it here. If you're here, that's fine. If your body comes all the way down, that's fine. It's up to you. As long as you feel this right here in the glutes and you're breathing. Full breaths coming all the way down to the bottom of the belly. And on your next inhalation, walk your hands right back up towards your body. Curl those right toes under. Lift through the right knee and let's send left leg back up. Down dog split. Roll the left hip open. Bend through the left knee, and if it's there, flip your dog. Control. Core must be engaged. Inhaling. Exhaling, come right back around. Downward facing dog. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Great job. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the knees. Cross one ankle over the other and walk your hands back towards your body, rolling over the backs of your feet and extending your legs forward. Let's slow it down. Curl your toes back towards your nose. Sit up nice and tall, nice long spine, none of this stuff. Really nice long spine, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, the arms float up. As you exhale, leading with your heart center, hinge forward at the hips. Hands, if they come down to the feet, great. If they're way back here, that's fine. Just keep your spine nice and long. Try and keep your waist and chest nice and open. Inhaling, spine lengthening. Exhale, folding. Always sticking with your breath. Breathing deeply. And as you inhale, come right back up. Bend through the knees, place the bottoms of the feet together for butterfly, Baddha Konasana. Grabbing hold of those toes, feet, or ankles. Same thing, you sit up nice and tall, nice long spine. Maybe flap out your wings for a second, loosen up the inner thighs. Big inhale. As you exhale, hinge forward. Same thing, shoulders away from the ears. If you've got some stiffness or something going on in your neck, it's a great place to lower the chin down into the chest. Maybe rock your head side to side. Feeling where those the ridgy part of the cervical spine are rubbing the muscles around them, giving a nice little massage. And now come right back up. Use your hands to guide your knees back together. Sitting up nice and tall. Lengthen through your spine. Shift the upper body back. Now what I want you to do is keep the shoulders moving down the back and the chest nice and open, and lift the feet into your boat pose. So try to avoid rounding out of the spine. Now extend the arms, and let's get into that core. So, side note, if you shake at all during this pose, that's totally fine. Just make sure you're sticking with your breath. So inhale, exhale, extend the left leg, and hover over the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend out to the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top left corner, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top center, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reset, take a big inhale. Exhale, right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the right for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top right corner, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Top center, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab your shins, sit up nice and tall, and rock and roll along your spine. Find that release, letting go, and then come to lying on your mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Make little circles to the right with your knees. Make little circles to the left, sort of massaging your sacrum, your tailbone. And then extend your arms out to your sides in a T position, palms face down. Big inhale. Exhale, lower the knees all the way to the right, all the way down. Try to keep both shoulder blades on your mat. Shifting your gaze out to the left, maybe. If it feels good to place a hand on your thigh here, or maybe straighten one or both legs, by all means. This is your nice little gentle spinal twist. Feel your breath starting to slow down. Inhaling and exhaling. And then using your core, inhale, your knees are going to come right back to center. And as you exhale, let the knees come all the way over to the left, shifting your gaze out to the right. And same thing, your call, if you want to straighten one or both legs, maybe a hand comes on the thigh. Do your best to keep your shoulder blades on the mat. And breathe into any stiffness or tension that you feel in your body. And then using your core, inhale, the knees come right back to center. This time you're going to wrap your arms up around your shins. Lift your forehead up to your knees and squeeze every little muscle in your body. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release. Exhale into Shavasana, your corpse pose, your final resting space for this practice. If there was any other pose that your body needed before coming to your Shavasana, then please feel free to take that now. Otherwise, give yourself this moment to let go, to relax, and to breathe. And in Shavasana, you can stay here for as long or as little as you'd like. And I thank you very much for watching my video today, and namaste.